simple but very powerful, and you can pass them on to your kids or family. So there's a logic to why we should think inside the square, and we really must. We must remove faults, we must operate the system according to the manual, otherwise we're not going to get the buses off the production line. And it's a contradiction, it's a paradox. We must travel down the right highway on the right side, the correct side of the road and do all the correct things, otherwise it'll be chaos and disaster. However, if we only do that, we get left behind. So some of our thinking time has to be, what if we do this? What if we do that? And to do that, we've got to be willing to be wrong. If someone said, we want you to be creative, we want you to be innovative, but don't make any mistakes. What can you do? So GBB, how to make bad things good and good things better. G stands for good, the good things about an idea, why you like it. B stands for bad, the bad things about an idea, why you don't like it. And B is better, what could be much better about an idea? How can you evolve the idea as it is, whether it's good or bad, and make it even better, add more value to it? Just good points only to start with, just the good points. What are the possible good points with that idea? It doesn't matter whether you think it's good or not, but just focus your attention on what could be considered to be good about that idea.
It's making me think, well, okay, I don't like that, but what are the good points in it, and how can I make it better?
This sort of program is to help a little bit to try and get people to have more of a say and to hear what they've got to say. But it's the potential and the breadth of experiences and potential of the people in the organisation is mind-boggling when you think of it.
My name's Gary, section leader over in the paint shop. I do a bit of running and boxing, kickboxing. I've done a fair bit of that. Fair bit of that in my life, and enjoy training people now. Retired. I'm married with 4 girls.
Oh, good grief.
Oh,
yeah. Kickboxing is going to be really useful.
Yeah, comes in useful. They're all good kids. No boyfriends, mate. I put it out there already.
I work for Gary, and I've also got an ulcer. Okay. I've got 3 boys, 14, 11 and 8. They also play footy, so the Sundays are pretty full on. Yeah, and really like working at Volgren and continue as long as I can.
At a young age, my family migrated to South Africa. We were there for 9 years. We've been since then in Australia for 31 years. I like tennis, do some recreational fishing, sailboarding, and generally the outdoors.
My name's John. Most people address me by my surname, Percy. Hobbies, I love me fishing, do a lot of fishing, do a lot of work with the local kids through football and a bit of mentoring here and there. So I'm already thinking how I can put this into some good use.
There's nothing to
There's
nothing to that.
Keeps it all pretty close to his chest, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're with the CIA or something like that?
No, they're just looking for it.
Good on you, Shane.
I grew up in Springvale. I did my trade in the timber. Then I worked for in the building trades for quite a few years. Then I came here for 10. I got 2 kids. I used to always keep my shoulders back and walk straight because I was, yes, I was the colonel.
My name's Travis. I work in Finish and proud, passionate Carlton supporter. Grew up following rugby league. Love me rugby league. Been at Volgren for 5-6 years, and just recently had a lovely baby daughter, Lola.
Oh, well done.
She's everything in my life at the moment.
Born up Mildura, Redcliffe. It's up there about 2-3 years old. I went down to Druin, Ribblebrook, on a farm there for about 7 years. We moved down to the city, the whole family. I went to school at Melbourne Grammar. Then I went across to Cambridge in England, did a law, graduate in law.
Yeah.
Passed all that, and I come back and use it here.
And where did you do your PhD?
Cambridge.
And what did you get your Nobel Prize for?
I've got 3 kids. I've got a daughter just started high school, 12. A boy, he's grade 5, and another son, he's 4, so he's not in school yet. But just recently bought a house down in Pakenham, moving out there. They're getting married in this year, on 10th of the 10th. So,
Get in the 10th.
yeah, 2010. I thought maybe my future wife thinks that I've got a bad memory or something.
I work for Volgren, and I'm part of the team that run the fabrication shop, and I've been here 18 and a half years. I really believe in this company and where it's going. My kids, they were born over in Wales, and I decided there was no future for them over there. One was 3 and the other one was 5, just about to turn 5. They were only grandchildren in my family. It broke my parents' hearts and her parents' heart, but I decided to make the decision to come back out here, and I will not regret it for the rest of my life. It's done them well, it's done me well, and I thank Australia for that.
Yeah, I live, breed cars, motorbikes. Got 3 kids. Daughter's 15, twin boys are 12. This is the first place I've sort of been indoors. Other than that, I was outdoors. Bricky's labour and concrete labour, and used me back most of my life. Really to earn money, no trade. Not much else to tell. Petrol, petrol, petrol. That's about it, mate.
I moved out of home at 17, and not for bad reasons, just I wanted to get out of there. Ended up starting a band up, and we hit a record deal at 17 years old, or 17 and a half, and Mum packed the car up and said, let's go for it. So we signed up, toured around Australia a bit, made a bit of money, wasted a lot of money. I moved back here, and I met my fiance pretty much 2 months after I got back. Yeah, I'm getting married on the 9th of the 10th this year.
Congratulations.
9th of the 10th,
Yeah, and she helped me basically get this job, because I was a bit sort of, I was giving up on the trade basically, just because I couldn't find out what I wanted in this trade. And then as soon as I walked in here, I sort of
carpenter by trade. I lived in New Zealand for 38 years and moved out with a company from New Zealand building buses. They didn't survive. Worked for Chariot, who did armour guard vehicles, and they went under. And that following year I started here. I'm doing my 20th year.
Here? Wow.
No.
Yeah. 2 boys, one 36, the other's 34.
Lived in Springvale for a number of years, went to Melbourne Park Tech. Did my time there, and got into manufacturing when I was about 21, and I've been there ever since.